Hope you're enjoying the show. No, we are delighted there that these couple of men took the time out to chat with us this evening, and we want to welcome the three Millstreet vintage. We have Dan Riordan. Welcome, Dan.
Thank you, Willie.
We have Donald Crowley.
Thanks, Willie.
Our PRO. And we have Danny Lane, the man in control of a lot of it the next day, helped by Dan Riordan.
Thanks, Willie.
So I suppose we'll start with you, Dan. We have a good year put down, and we've got here with a lot of weather.
Had a tremendous year, and we were extremely fortunate with weather, and for most of our events, we were blessed in that we had fine weather for the very most of them. There was one event had to be cancelled. It was not actually a Millstreet Vintage Club event, but it was an event we held out at and helped out at. And that's the Cullen event, but it was still held a fortnight after its original date, and it was quite a successful event. But overall, we've had a great year, a tremendous year. I think when we'll get to the end of the year and add up all our figures, we'll have given out in excess of €30,000 to various different charities, which is a fair achievement.
And then tell us now, you were with us from the start. Did you ever think the day would come that there'd be that much money given out to local charities and enjoyment given back to the people that support it?
It exceeded anything we ever imagined at the time. Johnny Hickey, God be good to him, was one of the founding members of the club, and like Johnny's interest was Ferguson 20 tractors, doing bits of thrashing, and going out and meeting and talking with people, and if we made a few bob when we started holy events, and the first year we held an event to benefit the repair of Millstreet Church, and that was a very successful event. And it kind of took off from there. Then that we kind of discovered within ourselves that we could do these things and work on from there. And every year then we kind of surpassed ourselves in the previous year, and more people got interested, more people came in and helped out, and the club went from the humble beginnings of about 8 or 9 members to the present day listing of, I think, 164 members.
Yes,
so that's a kind of a fair mark of success for us.
Well, I think then, I remember it a few years, and I think the hand of friendship comes out from me for everyone that comes in, and it gives people a chance to, I'm honoured to get the chance of run for Bumlands. I never thought I could manage one of them, but it is a great achievement, to see new people doing different, bring him in and give him a chance to have a go at a run and see what way it works out and fall in behind them. It is, I'd be honoured for that now, to think that the help us to kind of lead out that one is an honour for me, and I think for every lad that does a run, he thinks the same.
Well, there is this sort of a spirit within the club that, if there's something needs to be done, then we go in and we do it. Bumlands is a terribly important charity. It does tremendous work for people that are in severe difficulty, and as you know yourself, Willie, there was no bother in getting people to help you out doing that event. There was for us queuing up actually to help. That look, these people are not as well off as what I am at this present time, and look, I give a small bit of time and a small bit of effort and maybe a few bob to get the thing going. And there's usually after an event when we sit down and have a look and examine it, there's generally a great feeling of satisfaction of something that was well worth doing, and a process that was worthwhile.
Yeah.
So that's basically it.
That's basically it, and I think we'll go to. I'll take Danny.
Okay.
Danny, next. Danny is the man with a big route in his hands for next week.
Yes, we're heading for Carriganima, and we're doing a tractor run for cart. The cart committee, great crowd to work with, and we're privileged to be able to go out there and do what we like to do, is driving tractors around the country. Now, our journey is small, but 19 kilometres, you know. So what I call sign-in is starting at 11 o'clock, and we hopefully will be on the road for about 12 or a bit with it, but we'll probably be out then for about an hour, and we'll come back to the pub in Carriganima again, and we'll have a bit of a bite to eat there. Now we'll have a bit of food before we leave as well. That's all done by the CAT committee, and
Yes.
you know what I mean, thanks to Shawnee and Matt and all the crowd out that side of the country for looking after us. So I mean, as I say, our journey is 19 kilometres. We're leaving the pub, as I say, around 12, and we're coming on the Millstreet road, and we're going over there near the bridge, and we're turning on to our right, and we're continuing over the Glowntown road in nearly over to the end, 3 kilometres, and we're turning up right, up the bog road as we call it. When we go up to the top of the bog road, we're turning left, and we're turning up to a nice scenic part of the country then. We're turning up right and heading up past the Knock-the-Killestone Circle and straight up to the top of Mushra, which is another 3 kilometres.
That would be actually for people that would be going along there. Now that would be a nice place. If there was a family out on a flying day, you would see him park up at the country
That's
park
right.
gate, and they could see
That's right. That
for
is it.
miles. They could
Yes,
see him coming and going.
That's it. That's a lovely viewing point now, and all that. And you can see us coming at a good distance, and we will be swinging down.
Probably a
and
couple of miles of a
Oh,
view
definitely,
day, I'd say,
definitely,
anyway, is that? Yeah.
definitely. So when we come to the what I call it, top of Mushra there, we'll be turning right. We'll be going down the road maybe about 50 yards and turning to our right. Now that road is heading down for Monaflook School. So a nice tidy road all the way down. When we come to Monaflook School, we will be passing the school, and straight after the school there's a bit of a Y in the road, and we're swinging on to our right again. And we'll be going away down that road again, and the next junction is 4 crossroads, and we'll be turning to the right. And we'll continue on over there, down for Knockregan, and straight down into the village again, on the opposite side that we took off.
A nice circle around.
Nice circle, yeah, as I say, 19 kilometres, roughly about an hour till take us.
That's it. And
That's
there's
it.
I think now that would be a nice tidy.
Nice tidy run. We are asking anyone with tractors. They don't have to be vintage. Nice if they are vintage, but anyone at all who wants to just come out and go for a run with us, you're quite welcome.
And all that will be arrowed as well. And
That will indeed. Yeah, there's no fear of anyone getting lost. Myself and Dan will probably go out on Saturday. Every part of that road will be arrowed, and on the day we will have marshals at every junction. So,
so there's no fear of anyone getting lost along the road there.
No, indeed.
Well,
Just to follow on to what Danny was saying there, the proceeds of that event then will go to CART, C-A-R-T, which means Carriganima Area Rural Transport, and the benefits of that will go towards keeping their bus going, which is vital for their community.
it is.
And that's the whole purpose of this exercise, to raise a few bob to help the Carriganima people keep their bus on the road.
That's it. Yeah, a great service. It brings, like I was saying there, it brings children to school. It takes the elderly to their shopping, I think, a couple of days a week.
That's right.
It also goes on Sunday trips as well.
I think actually sorry to interrupt you then there, but I think the money that's actually made normally from the tractor run covers the insurance for the year. I think that's the main beneficiary, which is a big help obviously to the CAT group, like, you know.
Yeah, and I think last year there now, Cork told us anytime we wanted the Millstreet Vintage Club, and she actually added it and myself on with all licenses around it. If we ever want it, we can take it there for a spin. So we have another member here now, our PRO. What do you think of the year so far,
I
Grandma?
think it's been an outstanding year really, from the very start really. I mean, the support that we're getting is phenomenal. I mean, it's way up. I think the lads will agree with me on that. Every event does, an awful lot of interest. I think I think a lot of stuff has come out of sheds as well since COVID times. Cars, tractors have been done up, and interest has increased in the vintage scene in general. I get
Yes.
that. You know,
And
I
your
find
your
that.
job now, like since you started the PRO, I think your list it can grow by 40 per run for your phone list to send out messages, and just thanks to you that these messages go out for different runs.
I'd have a number of different groups. I have a car group, I have a tractor group, I've actually a van group now as well that we have since the first van run that Martin Lucy ran there. That was our new venture this year, which ran quite well as well back in July. I have the club members, you know, there's a lot of people. I think it's very important to keep people informed. Maybe people will be getting too many texts sometimes, but I think, you know, if they're not reminded of these things, you know, there's so much happening, there's so many things going on. I think the reminder is an important thing, and it's a short text. Any of these texts don't be long-winded, they're just giving the time, day, whatever, and where to start things from really, and what it's for.
Well, all I can say now, if you miss an event, don't blame Bernard,
Yeah,
because you will get enough notification
Yeah.
of what's coming up on the next week, where, when, and how. So,
Yeah.
But I think that's important, Denny,
It
and
is-
you know,
it is very
I think
important,
it is
yes.
to be there, like,
no,
and you know, because people have lots of things going on, and it's good to get these reminders. And,
it is.
you know,
It is.
that's-
I think, well, the Carriganima now next Sunday will be the last major event of the year. We have another event coming up then with the switching on of the lights in Millstreet, and we are hoping and planning to have tractors decorated, and indeed cars decorated in Christmas lights, and have a bit of a parade the evening that the Christmas lights will be switched on.
All right,
So that's something that people can look forward to. And then after that, we are hoping to have our AGM in early December, and that will bring down the curtain on the year then, really. So it will
Yeah.
be quite.
And there was a successful day last Sunday. Then a different the ties
Well-
model show. Like there was a different aspect again to another branch out of the whole thing.
A totally different aspect, and it was a tremendous show, exceptionally well supported, and you know, I think like everything, a glorious day, and you know, good weather can put everyone in a good mood, and I think, you know, to see people enjoying the show and enjoying the day, it was lovely to watch it.
Yeah.
So
I think the thing about the model show, I always think, is that it's for old and young, and
absolutely,
in the
yeah.
middle,
Yeah.
you know, everyone.
right.
There's something for everyone, whether you're 7 or 70.
That's
I
right.
think
Yeah.
that, you know, I think that's the beauty of that show. To be honest with you, everyone, it's a real family.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely, yeah.
And I mean, some of the exhibits are just absolutely fantastic works of art, like, you know.
Yeah. Takes you back in time, like to see the old double chops and the different, you know, like when you see the detail that's gone into some of those things, like it's unreal, like yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I'd say like it's a successful year in total, like, and I think there's a lot of the beneficiaries of it, you know, different charities and different everything, and plus the people that go out on the road and see it.
Yeah.
And
And I
join
suppose,
the club.
like Willie, I suppose it's important more now than ever to get, you know, charities to get them looked after, because I suppose, you know, like, things are expensive, and, you know, their running costs are higher, and it's great to see the support, like, to try and, you know, I mean, they're not all getting money probably from the state government and all that. A lot of them are relying on groups like the
Exactly,
Vintage Club.
yeah.
That's right.
And other very good groups around that are doing the same to support them, you know. So I think
Yeah.
Well, it is
it's a satisfying job then, isn't it?
it is a satisfying job, and like, actually, vintage is the biggest source of funding for charities in the country.
Yes.
Most support comes because of vintage clubs around the country who do events to support charities. And as I mentioned support, I think the support that we get locally is tremendous, you know, from people that mightn't have an interest in vintage, but that have an interest in trying to do a little bit of good for someone else. And I think, you would see it there from time to time. People just come, throw a bob into the bucket and go again, which is, a great thing to see happening. And, it really gives people a lift,
It do, yeah. And just the way, the each kind of event, it's bringing in more and more all the time.
All the time,
yeah. No, we have a couple of messages in there. Barry O'Halloran, they are now wishing Danny and Bernard all the best, the Millstreet Vintage Club, every success and the next great work doing for the community. That was Barry O'Halloran down there in Ballinhassig. That's in the address. And thanks, Barry. And we have Sean Madley, a wonderful interview there with Dan, Bernard and Denny. So,
Thanks very much, Sean and Barry.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you very much.
So, like I said, I'd say that's about it, really.
So next Sunday
Yeah, next Sunday,
is the next
20
event.
euros per tractor. There'll be a draw before we'll go, and Rings Garage kindly present a token every year to be handed out to the entrance. Anyone who wants to give money, there will be a donation bucket there. If you do give a donation, don't forget to write your name down on the draw for the quiz, or for the draw, and we'll pick them before we go on the run.
Yeah,
That's it.
And I think there's credit to
Obviously, Danny is the weather then.
Well, it can't be any worse than last year.
No,
No.
certainly not.
No.
Well, there was a man last year with a pair of miles and he didn't take no loss.
And he no cab, and in
he
fairness
don't
to him,
have-
he
yes.
completed the run.
Yes, indeed.
Indeed.
Yes.
Completed the run, and I think there's a love for his tractor to head out in that rain last
I was
year.
actually out marshalling up to the country park along with
That's right.
Troubles, and I see the man coming up with his tractor, and I thought I was feeling wet, and I tell you, I would now dry up when I saw him coming up. I said, nah, there was no way it was going to be that. I mean, in fairness to the guy,
I had a cab and I was getting cold, but I felt a lot warm when I got behind me and see if I could come up behind me with no cab.
Yeah,
You know,
and it was a wet day.
it was a wet day. It was a wet day, but hopefully we will get weather next Sunday.
Well,
Prospects are good.
it can get worse than this.
No.
So then we would thank you for taking the time out to have the chat with us.
And thank you, Willie, for
Thank
having
you,
us
Willie.
here.
Thank you indeed, Willie.
Wish you every success and hope you have a good day. And that we'll all be celebrating in Carriganima Sunday after an hour with our soup and sandwiches.
That's it.
Thank you very much.
Thanks
Thanks again.
Thank you.